Once you have selected the correct size punch and blow pin, you will need to machine the cone blow cavity to the correct shape. Producing the correct size cone cavity is important to producing the finished blow. You can use the shape of this cone blow blank as a general guide for standard fasteners which have their heads produced on the front surface of the die. Heads which are formed either partially or totally inside a die cavity will have a different shape. At this point, let's consider blanks with heads produced only on the front surface of the die. If your cone blow blanks have the same relative proportions as these, you will probably be successful in most cases. Notice that these proportions are all relative to the diameter of the wire. Larger size wire will require larger dimensions, yet they will remain in direct proportion to the wire size. There are two variables you can use to adjust the amount of material upset in the cone blow cavity: the angle of the punch cavity and the width of the punch cavity. There are limits you should not exceed for both of these factors. The angle should be between 10 degrees and 25 degrees. A good starting point is 15 degrees for most standard fasteners. If your prints show an angle for the cone cavity, you may find it is measured from the center line of the wire. This will cause the angle to be noted on the print as 1/2 the actual angle. Check your print before cutting the cone to see from what point the angle is measured. The width of the cut at the mouth of the cone should be between 1.15 times the diameter of the wire to a maximum of 1.4 times the diameter of the wire. A good starting point here is 1.25 times the diameter. Let's look at two punches with the same cone width but different angles. Notice that making the angle larger without changing the width of the cone causes the cone shape to be shorter.